Good morning to all. Myself, Dr. Neha Vashni, lecturer in Department of Business Administration in SSN Subodh PG Mahila Mahavidyalaya. Students, today we are going to discuss the important statement which is frequently asked by the examiner in BCom first year and BBA first year in business law, that is, all contracts are agreement, but all agreements are not contract. As in my last video, I have clearly defined you the meaning and definition of contract and agreement, as well as the essential which is laid down by Section 10 of Indian Contract Act 1872. But now, in my present video, I am going to discuss this statement, that is, all contracts are agreement, but all agreements are not a contract. In order to understand this statement more clearly, we can divide this statement into two parts. First part is all contracts are agreement. Now the question arises, why all contracts are agreement? To justify this statement, first of all, we have to understand the meaning of an agreement. Now the answer is, what if I ask you a question that what is an agreement? Your answer should be an agreement is accepted proposal, or in other words, we can say there is a offer plus acceptance to make an agreement. Now the question arises, what is a contract? The answer is an agreement is enforceable by law. So we can conclude that no contract is formed without any agreement, or agreement is must to form a contract, as it is clearly seen in the definition that an agreement enforceable by law is a contract. So we cannot think any contract without any agreement. But for valid contract, not only an agreement is required, but the essential which is laid down by Section 10 must be present in the agreement. And these essentials are as follows. First, at least two parties. At least two parties, that is offerer and offeree. Second, an agreement itself. Third, enforceability by law, that means intention to create legal relation. Fourth, consent. Consent means we are agreed upon the same thing in the same sense. Free consent. Free consent means the consent which is given by the party by through will, or in other words, we can say genuine consent is a free consent. Six, contractual capacity. That means capacity to enter into a legal relationship. Seven, consideration. Consideration means something in return of something. That means both the parties must have something in exchange of their promises. For example, if Ram is giving his card to Sham, Sham must give money or money worth to Ram. Then it will be said that consideration is present for both the parties. And at 8 point, an agreement should not be expressly declared void. If an agreement is expressly declared void from the beginning, then it can never become a contract. Ninth, certainty of meaning. That means meaning of an agreement should not be uncertain or ambiguous. It should be clearly defined. 10th, possibility to perform the contract both physically as well as legally. 11th, legality of object. That means the object or consideration of a contract must be legal. 12th, compliance of legal formalities. Though in any agreement or a contract or any contract, legal formalities is not essential. But if the nature of the contract is such that certain legal formalities are to be fulfilled, then such a contract or such an agreement can never be enforced until or unless such legal formalities are completed. So, conclusion is that all contracts are agreement. Now, why all agreements are not contract? Then the reason behind it is that only those agreements can be converted into contract which can be enforced by law. It simply means that there are certain agreements which cannot be enforced by law. And if an agreement is not enforceable by law, then it can never become a contract. Few of some examples are as follows. First, social agreement. Social agreement, for example, invitation for a dinner party, invitation for a movie is an example of social agreement. And in such agreements, there is no intention to create legal relationship. And if there is no intention to create a legal relationship, then such agreements cannot be enforced by law. Second, domestic agreement. And the most popular case of domestic agreement is Mrs. Balfour versus Mr. Balfour. In this case, Lord Atkin give his ruling that in domestic agreements, there is no intention to create a legal relationship. So such agreement cannot be enforced by law. Third, political agreement. In political agreement, there is no intention to create legal relation. There is no intention. So such agreements, for example, agreement or promise made by the political parties during the election campaign, such promises cannot be enforced by law. So such agreements are only agreements, can never become a contract. Similarly, religious and moral agreement. In such agreement, there is no intention to create legal relation. So such agreements are only agreement, and these agreements can never become a contract. Fifth, agreement made by incompetent parties. If you enter into a relationship or enter into a agreement with any incompetent parties, for example, with a lunatic person, for example, with a minor, then such agreement cannot be enforced by law because the parties doesn't possess any contractual capacity, which is one of the essential laid down by Section 10 of Indian Contract Act 1872. Next, agreement made without consideration. For a valid agreement or a contract, consideration is must, and it is also one of the essential which is laid down by Section 10. And if any agreement misses it, or such element is absent in any agreement, such agreement cannot be enforced by law. For example, to supplies goods or services without any cost, such agreement is without consideration, so such agreements are void. Agreement of unlawful objective and consideration. For valid agreement, object must be legal, or if it is absent, then agreement cannot be enforced by law. Agreement to do impossible act. For example, अगर मैं आपसे कहूँ बारिश करवा दीजिए, तो बारिश करवाना एक इम्पॉसिबल एक्ट है. अगर मैं राम और श्याम एग्रीमेंट कर रहे हैं कि राम बारिश करवाएगा और श्याम पैसे देगा, तो such an agreement is impossible, and so it cannot be enforced by law. Agreement void due to uncertainty of meaning. जिनका मीनिंग ही सर्टेन नहीं है, जिनका मीनिंग सर्टेन नहीं होता. फॉर एग्जाम्पल, I am ready to purchase your bicycle either for rupees 5,000 or 10,000. Here, meaning of the agreement is not certain, so such agreement is void. Agreement in restraint of legal proceeding. Any agreement whose objective is to restrain legal proceeding, such agreement are only an agreement. It can never become a contract. So these are some of the examples where agreements remain an agreement and never become a contract. So conclusion is that all agreements are not contract. It means there is a difference between an agreement and contract. Both are different terms. Agreement is a different term and contract is a different term. And what is the basic difference between the two? According to Section 2, subsection E, agreement means promise or reciprocal promise. And according to Section 2, subsection H, contract means an agreement enforceable by law. The first difference is of section. जैसे एग्रीमेंट को डिफाइन करता है सेक्शन 2 सबसेक्शन ई और कॉन्ट्रैक्ट को डिफाइन करता है सेक्शन 2 सबसेक्शन एच. सेकंड, एग्रीमेंट इज इक्वल्स टू ऑफर प्लस एक्सेप्टेंस. एग्रीमेंट का सिंपल फॉर्मूला होता है ऑफर को एक्सेप्ट कर लिया जाए, एग्रीमेंट है. जबकि कॉन्ट्रैक्ट के अंदर क्या होता है? एग्रीमेंट प्लस एनफोर्सिबिलिटी ऑफ एन एग्रीमेंट. एग्रीमेंट भी हो और एनफोर्सिबिलिटी भी हो, तभी वो बनेगा क्या? कॉन्ट्रैक्ट. आगे हम बात करें थर्ड डिफरेंस में, तो इट इज अ वाइडर कंसेप्ट. देखिए, एग्रीमेंट बहुत वाइड कंसेप्ट है, इसमें बहुत तरीके के एग्रीमेंट्स है. इट इंक्लूड वैरायटी ऑफ एग्रीमेंट, जैसे कि अभी हमने देखा सोशल एग्रीमेंट, पॉलिटिकल एग्रीमेंट, डोमेस्टिक एग्रीमेंट, रिलीजियस एग्रीमेंट, मॉरल एग्रीमेंट and agreement made with incompetent person. Such are the examples of an agreement. और हम कह सकते हैं ये सब के सब क्या है? Types of agreement. But the concept of contract is narrow because only legal agreement is a contract. So agreement is a wider term and contract is only a small part of it. So agreement is bigger concept than that of a contract. Next, for an agreement, contract is not required. But for a contract, agreement is required. And not only a agreement is required, valid agreement is required. Next, agreement may or may not be enforceable by law. Legal agreement can be enforceable by law. Social agreement cannot be enforceable by law. So, agreement may be or may not be enforceable by law. But if there is a contract, contract means valid agreement. And valid agreement is always enforceable by law. Now, in this slide, I am presenting the relationship between agreement and enforceability of contract. आपको इससे बिल्कुल समझ में आ जाएगा इस वन डायग्राम से कि क्या एग्रीमेंट है, क्या एनफोर्सेबिलिटी है, क्या कॉन्ट्रैक्ट है. देखिए, एग्रीमेंट इज अ वाइडर टर्म, एनफोर्सेबिलिटी इज अ डिफरेंट टर्म. दोनों ही एग्रीमेंट इज अ डिफरेंट टर्म, एनफोर्सेबिलिटी इज अ डिफरेंट टर्म. एंड जहां पर एग्रीमेंट को एनफोर्सेबिलिटी टच करती है उसी को हम कहते हैं कॉन्ट्रैक्ट. जैसे कि हमारे इस वेन डायग्राम में दिख रहा है कि जहां एग्रीमेंट प्लस एनफोर्सेबिलिटी है वहीं पर कॉन्ट्रैक्ट है. सो वी कैन कंक्लूड द एग्रीमेंट इज a wider term and contract is only a small part of it, or all contracts are agreement but all agreements are not contract. I think you can understand this concept. So this is for a day. Thank you.